back here on the Rich Eisen Show, but for the first time as a freshly minted Super Bowl champion, Emmanuel Sanders of the Denver Broncos. Congrats, Emmanuel. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Rich. Hey, I need that as my ringtone, man, for sure.
We will send you we'll send it for you. So your phone will ring.
I like that.
Me too. Me too. So what was that parade like? Wow, I was blown away just watching it from my couch.
Yeah, it was crazy. I did not expect that many people. I mean, they said 1 million people were supposed to show up, but still, you in your head, you don't know what that's gonna look like. But you know, just riding down the street and seeing so many people, and then seeing how deep it went, it was just an amazing feeling. And I think yesterday, all the guys are just talking, and you know, after the game, it hadn't sank in, but I think that parade, it sank in. That man, we are world champions. We did it.
Yeah. And so, what bus were you on, or what fire truck were you on yesterday?
I was on fire truck number 2. I was with Pat Bolin's children, and I was with Demarius Thomas. So we're right behind Vaughn.
Oh, so
Yeah.
would you have your family on there too? Was it a family affair?
I had my son on. Yeah, so it was unique to share that experience with him. It's something that, you know, I've always talked about. You know, my son's too, and you know, as a National Football League player, you want to go and enjoy these moments with your kids and have pictures and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
I mean, I can't believe just the number of people that showed up
It
yesterday.
was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
And so, okay, let's walk through the week here. Leading up to the game, Saturday night, Peyton Manning stands up. What, if at all, can you share with me what he told you guys?
Well, he got up and talked about just his journey of this season, and he pretty much how he broke it down is Kubiak has guys come up after every practice on Thursday and give wise words, and it's unique how Peyton is built because everybody who said a wise word, he went and wrote it down. And you know, some of it was funny and some of it was touching. And it was crazy because he remembered Gary Kubiak's first wise word, and it was like, life isn't fair, but if you keep working, it'll work itself out. And he got a bit emotional when he said that wise word because of, you know, the Al Jazeera story and everything that's been going on with him, you know, having to go on scout team and the ups and downs of being a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback and everything, his character being tested. And it was just unique for him to share his perspective on it and everything that he did and how he just kept working throughout the entire process to get to the Super Bowl and how much it meant for him to be a part of this team and how bad he wanted to win it. So it was definitely cool.
Now, did he make any reference at all to his final game? Intimated? Nothing like that.
You know, that's one of those things that everybody, you don't want to know. And shoot, I want to know too, because I mean, I want to know what's going on as well. But I think that Peyton's going to sit down with his family, and I think that at the end of the day, people don't want to hear it, but he doesn't know if he want to retire, and I could tell. He still loves this game. He still can go out and win. He still can go out and make playoffs. I mean, you talk about a guy he's 39 years old. He led a team to a 7-0 start. I mean, come on. They talk about retirement because of his arm, and there's so much things on his arm. But I think at the end of the day, he's going to go and talk to Elway. He's going to sit down with Kubiak, and he's going to find out where they stand and in the direction he wants to go and talk to his family. And I think that's when he's going to make the decision. Well,
but I'm on with Emmanuel Sanders here on the Rich Eisen Show. I mean, you're as wise to the world as anybody here, Emmanuel, that a lot of us thought that he, you know, when Ray Lewis rode off, and Elway himself and Strahan, you know, the whole bit with Bettis, that would be some fuel that your team would feed off of. And is there anything to that at all? Did you not have any of that as a backdrop to Super Bowl 50?
I don't think it was, because when those guys were going along that journey of trying to win a Super Bowl, they had announced that this is their last season. For Peyton, it was always up in the air. And if you're around him, you know that he loves the game of football. You know that he's still a winner. He still thinks that he has some football left in the tank, at least in my opinion. So, I mean, it was definitely different. But we got so many guys on the team just hungry for all type of reasons of playing for each other. So that Peyton and DeMarcus situation was definitely off in there as well.
And what about you for your journey, Emmanuel? We all know that you weren't podium worthy for a Super Bowl. Another one You know, you were on IR from SMU. You were a Pittsburgh Steeler and then hit the free agent market. What about this? Have you taken a moment? And if you haven't, then please do right now about your journey and what this means that you're a Super Bowl champion.
It's amazing, man. And when I think back to a little small town kid from Belleville, Texas, 2-star recruit, was in the process of going to the Army because I didn't really have any college scholarships. And then SMU offered me, and going to a small school, seeing all the big name guys on the big time stage, going to Alabama's, and getting selected in the third round and playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and having a lot of success there, but still trying to show everybody that, hey, look, man, look at this little 175-pound receiver over here. You know, hey, this guy can make some plays too. And then getting the opportunity to play with Peyton Manning, and last year go off for 1,400 yards, have my first Pro Bowl appearance, and everybody started to pay a little attention. And then this year, you know, having an opportunity to get on the grand stage and still continue to make plays and win a Super Bowl and bring a parade to the city of Denver, a city that I love because they've adopted me and taken me in with open arms. And it's just an amazing experience. It's definitely humbling, and it's definitely a blessing. And it just feels good to say that, you know what, I got a Super Bowl ring and no one can take that from me.
Emmanuel Sanders here on The Rich Eisen Show. I've got Chris Harris coming on the show in hour number 3. And we all know what the defensive game plan was because we heard it in the background when Cam was talking at his press conference. What was the offensive game plan against this stout defense going in?
I think the offensive game plan was just to go out and make plays. Obviously, with Kubiak's system, it's to establish the run and try to take our shots. And obviously, it's clock management because we had the #1 defense in the National Football League. So we don't want to go 3 and out. So you want to run the football. You want to keep the game close because if you keep the game close, defense wins championships. We all know that. So I think that we did that, and I think that a lot of people they see a Peyton Manning under the center and they expect 45 to 50 points and they expect a shootout, so to speak, of slinging the football around. But we're not that offense. We're an offense that's going to run the football. We're going to dink and dunk, and we're going to get the job done, and that's what we did.
Now, from your point of view, watching Cam out there, I've heard your teammates say that they wanted the pouting Cam, not the smiling Cam. Was that a lot of a conversation about that in the week leading up?
You know, I don't pay too much attention to the defensive side, but I know one thing is those guys felt really disrespected, and I think the whole team felt disrespected. We went into that game and no one gave us a shot. I remember watching First Take, and I'm seeing all these people going on First Take, and you know they got the big board of who's going to choose what side. It was like 12 people on the Panthers and 2 people on our side. Like, isn't that unique that people still don't understand? If you told someone that Peyton Manning had the #1 defense in the National Football League, how could you ever doubt that? You know, and it's unique when you look back on it because everybody who doubted us is now saying, hey, those Broncos, they're pretty good. That defense is really legit. And it took all the way up to the Super Bowl for people to start seeing that. Not even the Patriots game of how they handled, you know, everybody from being Roethlisberger to Tom Brady. I mean, that defense was stout all year, and I think that they're going to be stout again next year.
Well, I mean, Von is a particular special brand of beast, Von Miller. I mean, DeMarcus has been doing it forever, but that whole defense for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Von, what's it like being around Von? He seems to be a special cat.
Man,
He was here in studio.
Von is a character, man. He's a character. He's always gonna have you laughing. He's always gonna bring positive energy. He's one of those Texas guys, just like me. Southern hospitality. Welcome at his house anytime. Loves to hang out with his bros. And I think that he has this basement at his house we call Club 58, in which all the guys go over there. And we get an opportunity to bond over there and play a little poker and have a drink and just converse. And it's definitely unique. And I think that that's one of the things that really set this team apart from the rest of the teams is how much time we spent off the field together at Club 58, because it definitely brought everybody together.
Club 58. That's the name of it, I've heard. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does one get an invitation to Club 58?
Well, Rich, I don't think you can get an invite unless you come with me. So anytime you want to come, man, just call me.
I could be your plus one. I could be your plus one, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you could be my plus one, man.
Okay. I'll absolutely do that. And you know, when Von was here in studio in the spring, and he said that he would get. He would have the sack record this year, right, Law? What did he say?
We had a listener call in and say that he would get Von Miller's face tattooed on his body,
right,
if Von Miller broke the sack record.
And that's so we were rooting for him all year long.
If Von didn't, though, Von had to autograph a jersey and give it to him.
Okay, we'll have to pay that off. You let Von know that when you see him next, okay, Emmanuel? Will you do that for me?
Okay.
And then we'll get you that this one's for Pat ringtone, straight from the Rich Eisen show. Congrats, Emmanuel. Congrats.
Thanks, Rich.
You bet. That's @eSanders_10 here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.